Hi, everybody. Today, this is Richard Brasser. I'm Jeffrey Gitomer. Probably know that. We're going to be talking about AI, but we're going to talk about something that most people don't even think about on an AI platform because they're just used to going in to Chat GPT or whatever version of it you have, whether it's Microsoft version, Google version, Apple version, Claude version,
X.
X version. Yeah, they're all over the place, and they're all the same. Open source, which means it's a hodgepodge of everything. And there's an alternative, and the alternative is proprietary. And I've chosen proprietary, or we've chosen proprietary, because it's safe and it's guaranteed to be accurate. So we want to talk to you about what's the danger of playing in the open source, in the open world of AI, which right now is the Wild West. Yeah, to say the least.
Sure.
They're not only is everything open, they're not attributing everything to anybody, and everyone's suing everybody else. So if you're the New York Times, you're suing ChatGPT. And I mean for a lot of fucking money. Not like money. I mean like a lot of fucking money. And it's going to continue until eventually the Napsters get caught. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but I can tell you we're starting our platform, GitomerSales.ai or Gitomer.ai. We're starting that proprietarily. It costs more money, but I'm protected. It's like I have the AI condom for my stuff. and everybody else, it's leaking.
I'll go with that analogy.
Okay, cool. I think anyone can understand.
Yeah.
So tell me about proprietary.
So, I think first of all, it's important to ask yourself, what's the goal, right? It's what are you trying to accomplish? Because if you want something to give you an answer that's generally interesting, and you're just a consumer and you want to play around with it, or you want it, to give you an idea of how to write an okay email or a letter,
or give me a subject line.
Yeah, that is great.
Or send me a tweet.
That's great.
Yeah.
But if you're a thought leader, in your example, who has spent 30 years, millions of hours creating truly astounding works, books, podcasts, ebooks, coaching sessions, blah, 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 then that's a whole different goal. Your goal is to be able to allow users to leverage AI, but make sure that they get accurate, true, fast, unique answers based on your information, your content.
That are protected.
They're protected.
As a writer, I use copyright law, or sometimes I'll trademark. Like people don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. Trademarked. Because it's worth it to me not have somebody come out there and, okay, so if I put my stuff in ChatGPT, I lose that. Because then anybody can get it. Anybody can ask for an answer and hey, here's a good quote. Try this one.
Well, there's two parts to it, and I think this is important, because if I heard you say some of that, I would think, oh, it's just Jeffrey trying to keep control of his information, his content. Yes, that's part of it. But there's a much bigger part, which is the user wants an answer that's accurate, and it's based with a source of truth. And you can go and be directed to the source of truth so that not only they can verify the answer, but see the context in which the answer was given, and then also find lots of other stuff that's related to it. So if you're looking at, hey, I'm really struggling, I don't really feel like making calls, it can immediately find
what else can I do?
Everything else that you've written about call reluctance in a millisecond, and create that course for you. And so that's the key.
I'm going to throw something else at you, which I think is really important. My subscribers get my answers. If my stuff is in ChatGPT or any of the other formats of it, anybody can get that answer. Thousands of people are going to get the same answer. You're going to go to your customer and go, wait, didn't I just get this answer from somebody else?
Right.
Okay, so this is proprietary in terms of not just that my stuff is protected, but your answers are protected.
Well, your answers are guaranteed to be authentic.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
correct.
Yeah.
So I was on a call this morning with the guy who invented Alexa. He's been in AI for 35 years. He was at IBM. He was part of the original team that developed Watson. Yeah, he's got incredible stories. But he said, look, the difference between a large language model like a ChatGPT and what we're doing, and he used an analogy that half the stuff he says I got to like try to translate and keep up. But he said what an LLM is doing is it's kind of turning a cow into hamburger, right? It's grinding up everything on the internet.
Yeah,
It's grinding it all up, and then
and it's only 12% fat.
right. And when you come and you ask a question, it like it grabs a little bit of the meat.
Yeah,
it's all mixed up. Who knows, and it can sound very
non-attributed.
100% non-attributed. It doesn't know where it gets the answer. So one of the big frustrations is called the black box problem. That's what lay people call it. I have to do that because there's scientists out there that would start to go crazy when they hear me talk in plain language. But there's an aspect of AI that has gotten to the point now where it gives you an answer, and the answer will be correct for something else, like not ChatGPT. And it's a natural human response to say, how did it get that answer? And even the scientists will say, I don't know.
Right, exactly.
Right.
It won't tell you.
We don't know.
Okay, so
yeah.
I felt it was important to know that if you're going to ask me a question about prospecting somebody or persuading somebody about persuading somebody to do something, I want to know what's on page 157 of the little green book of Getting Your Way. Here's the paragraph. Want to read the whole page? Want to read the whole chapter? Want to see the video on it? So it'll take you back to everything I've ever done about it. And that's what makes it so dynamic. You don't get an answer. You have choices for answers. And they're all mine. And they're all proprietary. And they're all protected. So when you get my stuff, you get my stuff. And it's guaranteed. The other platforms, what's their guarantee?
They guarantee that it is probably not correct.
Yeah.
Right.
How's that? I'm going to guarantee you that it is correct.
Yeah.
Think about that. Just think about that for just a second. What's it worth to your sales career to know you have a right answer and a best answer?
Well, think of it this way. Think if I wanted to learn maybe engineering. Maybe I want to build bridges. And see where I'm going, right?
I see where you're going.
So I could either go to a professor that has a PhD and we learn engineering and we learn math, like correct math, or I can ask ChatGPT to make me some drawings and things like that. It's going to sound amazing. It's going to look amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe the bridge will fall down because there's no way to verify whether it's actually correct or it's attributable to some kind of fact. And so in the terms of in the limitations clause on ChatGPT, it literally says it'll make up very good sounding answers that sound plausible, but maybe nonsensical and not correct and have no source of truth. It says that on the website. Well, okay. So just that just means have fun with it.
Yeah, but don't
play
build
with
a
it.
Bridge, right?
Don't build a bridge.
Don't try to cross the East River.
Don't trust your sales career. Because we had somebody get some feedback. And we're answering a lot of these questions like, hey, Jeffrey, I got news for you. Your stuff's already out there on the internet. Like I can ask ChatGPT, what would Jeffrey say about X, Y, and Z? Well, we tested that thousands and thousands of times. It doesn't give you the answer that Jeffrey gives. It just doesn't, because it's amalgamating a whole ton of different stuff.
It might have some stuff in there from other people.
Yeah, for sure.
And they don't care.
And it can make up its own stuff.
So I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm going to be AI. I'm going to be the best AI. I'm going to be the private AI guy. And I'm going to do it in a way that helps you, the subscriber.
Well, but that's the key. And so when Jeffrey came to me and he said, this is my dream, this is what I'm trying to build, this, how can we do this? He said, look, there are some things that are non-negotiables. He said, it has to be a correct answer. They have to be able to know where it came from. It can't be made up, because he cares about if a salesperson is answering or asking you a question, you said like it has to be valuable.
Correct.
It can't be something that might not be valuable or made up or weird. Or
right. It has to be usable. I want to be able to I want you to get an answer of mine and take it out into the street and turn it into money.
Yeah.
1 minute after you read it
Now,
or hear it
if that was not your standard,
in
though,
any language. Sorry.
if that wasn't your standard, then we could have built this in no time for very little amount of money, right? You get an API into OpenAI's ChatGPT platform,
And you get a private channel.
you have a login. It looks private. It feels private. There are 10,000 businesses that have been created in the last few months that are doing just that, and they even call them. I looked at some that were super private. Well, no, it's not super private, but anyways, but that's easy. Doing what you asked for is not easy. It is non-trivial, and it takes hundreds of millions of dollars to create. It takes decades of work.
Mhm.
Like, it's not, you're benefiting from, the work of people like Igor Jablokov and true giants in the field of AI.
People that started with Watson.
Correct.
Just be aware that what we've done is we're going back to the source, not the outcome.
Right.
And ChatGPT is an outcome. I don't want an outcome because everyone's in the outcome. I wanted to have something that was proprietary so that when you get it, you have confidence in it. Is this going to work? Shit, I've used it in New York City. How much more confidence do you want?
Well, I keep harping on it, but it's so that the value for the user is guaranteed, right? Yeah. It would be kind of like when you publish a book. The reason there are publishers, the reason there's copyrights, the reason there are all of these kind of structures around a book is that when you buy the Little Red Book of Selling, it was written by Jeffrey Gitomer.
Hello.
Now, what if you bought the Little Red Book of Selling from the corner, from the guy that could compile it from anything,
right?
And who knows? Like, you could use any text from anywhere. Is that like that?
Or somebody can go on ChatGPT and say, "Give me a book that's kind of like Jeffrey Gitomer's."
We should try that.
Yeah. But listen, the bottom line is this. I will flat ass guarantee you that whatever you get from my AI channel platform, what do they call
it? Platform.
From my AI platform, it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed to be authentic from me and nobody else. There's no other person in there. There's no other glitch in there. There's no other words in there. It's all mine. And I didn't realize how much stuff I had until we started to compile everything. All my courses, all my blog posts, all my YouTube videos, all my books, all my ebooks, just everything. It's a massive amount of sales wisdom, massive. And your job is to all you got to do is subscribe. I don't have to teach you how to use it. Type in a question. It's not a search engine. It's a sales engine. And that's what you have to look at from the perspective of what's in this for me. What's in it for you? Sales information you can use to turn into money. Boom. So thank you very much for being here today. Go out and sell something, even if your ass falls off. We're going to be launching the channel next week. If you're seeing this a month from now, we've already launched it. Go to GitomerSales.ai or Gitomer.ai. I think they'll both work now. Sign on, subscribe, hurry up before your competition does. Bye-bye.